Hello everyone, welcome to GhostPrime Reviews. So if you're like me and saw when Legacy was first announced, kind of felt underwhelming a little bit. They'd done characters that were redone, maybe a little better than we got recently, and we're just starting to double up on characters. So I didn't know how I felt about it. So in this video, I want to take a look at Legacy Dragstrip and go over some comparisons with that Combiner Wars version that we got recently, and of course the Generation 1 as well. Now, this Legacy Dragstrip actually transforms into the Tyrell P34 that he should have and that we did get in Generation 1. I think that's actually very cool. So please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Sit back, relax, and without any further ado, let's get to the review. And here he is in the packaging. Dragstrip it looks pretty decent in this packaging. I really hate this. Really hate the fact that there's no plastic there. I understand that part of the cost of this is the packaging, and I'm glad they're lowering the packaging cost, probably to offset the figure, but even though they're raising the prices on the figure. So it's unfortunate. It is what it is. So we have the alt mode, the robot mode. On the you have the head sculpt and the bot mode. On the back here, we have both modes, 17 steps, and the QR code, which will show this. There's the side, Decepticons, and the Autobots line up to make a singular picture, which is pretty cool. I always like boxes that do this. Actually, I would love one that was a full picture. Maybe we'll get that with the other ones, with the other waves, because this looks like to be most of Wave 1, at least not the leaders. The box also has a 1 of 5 Minosaur. So we are definitely getting a new Minosaur, in case no one figured that out already. Getting them all out of the package, here's what we got. We have a set of instructions, which is done in that nice purple. Then very clear, easy to read, tells you everything you could do. We get 2 of these. They're identical. Very nicely painted purple on black with guns, which are reminiscent of his gun he had in the cartoon, but he only had 1. It's interesting they have 2, and they do actually combine. Like that. And that's another interesting thing, because he doesn't actually have a double port to put them on. At least I haven't found a place that's not in the instructions, but it's very cool that it could do that. And of course, we have the figure, which is very reminiscent of his Generation 1 cartoon model. The head is very much like that cartoon as well, when it looks really good. Red painted visor. He has a purple painted, I guess, ear things and forehead, and silver on the actual face. It's gorgeous. The red on the sides. I believe it's molded in black. So it looks, yeah, see, there's the black on top. It looks great. I mean, moving on down, you got some beige paint that shows up. You can see the stripes on his arms. No real paint on his legs here. And on the back, you'll see some more silver showing up for the engine and all of this. This is an interesting thing, which I'll go over in the car mode. And I really dig the way this guy looks. Honestly, he is kind of another one that I'm just really impressed with on this line. A very cool looking figure. Great transformation. His transformation is really good. And looking at him as a quick turnaround, you got silver showing up in the chest there, which I forgot to mention going down looking at him. And the tons of cool detail with the gold and the red and the Decepticon logo. More of that will show up, of course, on the car mode. But so as the instructions say, you could put both of his guns on his back legs like this if you want. It's sort of a weird spot for a gun, I guess. Or you could just have him holding both weapons. The instructions also say you could have the guns connected and held, but it's really just being held on by that. It's okay. It is what it is. They gave him 2 blasters, which is cool. I mean, why not, right? Let's just get him into some quick comparisons here before we move on to articulation and transformation. Next to Optimus Prime, or Shattered Glass Optimus Prime in this case. Here he is next to his Generation 1 self. Now, one thing you could notice right off the bat is that the head of this one is blue and purple, where this one is the cartoon look, which both are equally good, but there is a lot of similarities. See the chest there with the, I guess, the engine bits on the underside kind of resemble this. These go back with his wheels, but these go up, kind of cartoon and toy-esque on both. The feet are the spoiler again, which is cool. No back kibble on this at all. He does have some hollow bits show up on the arms, but not too egregious, not too bad. Overall, it does invoke this little guy here an awful lot. And there he is, next to the Combiner Wars, which, as you can see, decided to go a whole different direction than cartoon and just sort of do its own thing. Not a bad thing at all. I definitely, in my Minosaur and Combiner Wars, though, I really hoped it was better and looked more like the Generation 1 Minosaur, because he was always one of my favorites. But, I mean, as you can see, let's do some close-ups here. That face is, I guess, it's stylized, but it's in the toy colors. So it does its own thing. I mean, these two are very different. Neither of them technically bad. They're both decent toys. But there's how these three compare together. Generation 1, Legacy, and the Combiner Wars. They are very different. I mean, purple hands, like different yellows, lots of purple on this guy, not any purple really on this thing besides on the head. Just a lot of differences here. Okay, and for articulation, so his arms, his shoulder here can go almost all the way around. They do hit on the shoulder piece right there. I can't really get past it, but it's because it's kind of bigger on the bottom there. It kind of hit on both sides. Can't really get it around. I'm sure if I forced it, I could, but I'm not going to do that. He does have a bicep rotation. He has 90 degrees. Well, I guess a little over 90 at the elbow. No wrist rotation. He has waist rotation all the way around. He has thigh rotation. A little bit of hollowness shows up on the inside there. Not too bad, I guess. Kind of annoying. He has 90 degrees at the knee. His knees are a little high up. He has very tall shins. He has quite the ankle tilt. And his head is, I believe his head is on a peg, so he can't actually do any up and down movement. It's just 360. His head is also hollow in the back, but that actually serves a purpose, not for just hollowing. So overall, I think that he has a decent set of articulation, and he looks pretty good. So transformation is really cool and not too hard to do. So first, what we want to do is just go ahead and tab the legs together, like so. And then we're going to want to take this chest piece right here and grab it and lift it. Oh, there we go. Lift it forward. And then there's this joint, and on mine is very tight, so I gotta, like here, it kind of move like that. Go ahead and take the head and move that all the way down right there. And then you want to take the arms right here, and you can kind of see back here, there's joints. Just kind of unpeg them, move them out like so. Take the side pieces, those arms here, to kind of move them around, kind of like that. Go ahead and get them nice and straight there, and then move the front spoiler piece around on either side. Then what we're going to do is, you can already see it. See these tabs, they slot into right here, and you kind of push it together. And then make sure the arms are straight, and you can see where this kind of just slots in there, right, like that. So we have something that looks like this right now. Go ahead and take these wheels, just sort of slide them up in there, both sides, turn this piece all the way around, and then there's tabs there and slot there, and those just slot in there together, and that holds really tightly. So now what we want to do is turn the waist all the way around, and then take these panels, open them up, go ahead and just put that in, and then when it goes in, there's like hooks. So there's hooks here that hook into this piece, and hook like that. Go ahead and close that up, move the feet up, and you have the car mode. Now the car mode is an actual car, which I will put a picture of right here. As you can see, it looks like Mirage, but that was just the livery on it. It is this with a 6-wheeled Indy car, which is really kind of cool. Now, just to check out this car real quick, it is great. The head here actually has a little, if I get the light in there, it actually has a little seat in it. So that actually forms the seat in the cockpit up there. There's no steering wheel in there, but that could be forgiven, I think. And you see the stripes on the side, stripes in gold on the underside of the feet. You got the engine done up in a silver paint. The aforementioned kind of gold beige, I guess it's a brown color. And the Decepticon logo in purple with the red stripes going all the way through. I mean, it looks pretty good. Now, here's the weird thing. This, I believe, is painted. If you look under here, I get in the light in there, it looks like it's a yellow peg, but it's black right there. But these are not painted. They just show up yellow. They could have painted that. It would have looked a lot nicer, I think, if they were all the same color. But there it is. But I really like how this whole thing shows up. I really like this. This is very nice. And it rolls, for being so low, it rolls pretty well. Now, it does have, these are behind the legs, these two pieces right here on the robot mode. And you can put the guns in the same spot. Kind of a battle mode as it's going, which I think looks really good. It does not have the big back gun like the Generation 1, but it does have these two little guns on the side, and I think that's a great place to put them. Okay, and to start with the comparisons, here he is with the Combiner Wars. Now, he does turn to a Tyrrell P34. This is an Indy 500 car from around 2019. So they are entirely different. This is from the 70s, but there they are. And mine never really rolled very well. This rolls much better, but that's how they compare. So this one is a little longer, not by much. Not by much. But they're not very comparable. I mean, they're not even a car that would be in the same race. They're not, I mean, this is good in its own right, but this just is definitely more the character to me. And just to drive that last thought home, there he is with the Generation 1 version. Now, you see the stripes, and the stripes, I guess are going different directions, and I'm not sure if these stickers are put on wrong, but they are really close. I mean, you can tell they are the same car. They are meant to be the same Tyrrell P34 car. Very, very much like the Generation 1. Very accurate, same shape overall. So of course he is a combiner, and he does have some ports on the bottom right here and here and here and here, and maybe even here and here. But he comes apart in two pieces, and I believe when you stick it on to Motor Master, maybe, that it's going to press this little port that's going to cause it to do this. Let me unhook it first from the top. Push that in, and it separates into two pieces. This actually does not affect this joint at all. This joint is nice and tight. Everything's actually really nice and tight. If you didn't know that this did this, you'd never know. And of course, to put it back in, just kind of stick it right back in, and it's super tight, not loose at all. They did a good job with that. Absolutely excellent job with this thing. So overall, I love this figure. He has a really great transformation that's both intuitive and easy to transform. It's really good. He has some good joints, tight, good QC on my example. He has nice paint work, some good sculpt work, comes apart and doesn't actually, I think it comes apart and doesn't hurt it. It's good. Now, I don't know if you guys are in for a whole new Minosaur. I am. I wasn't a big fan of the Combiner Wars one. Once we got it all together, it just didn't really seem like Minosaur to me. I'm hoping for a nice more Generation 1. I think that's what we're going to get with this. We're going to get a kind of a cartoon accurate Generation 1 out of it. I'm looking forward to the rest of them. So definitely do not pass on this if you happen to see it in the stores. Pick it up because he's pretty great. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you guys in the next review.
Hi.
Hi. What do you think of this?
Yes, it's cool.
It is cool. You know what his name is?
I don't know.
His name is Dragstrip. He combines to form a bigger robot.
Yeah.
All right, you're being silly. Hey, Arya.
What?
Do you like this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I take this?
You take it, but then I won't be able to form Minosaur.